Alright, so I was originally gonna make these two videos where I checked my Martin D18, recording it a certain way with this microphone and set up a certain way. And then a year later, I was gonna check back in with it and see, has the sound changed? Is it any better? And I got a comment that, a well-meaning comment that I did not like. That it said that, okay, now you need to not adjust anything, don't get it set up, and don't do anything to your guitar in a year. And that will make the test more scientific or whatever. I can't stand that. I don't like that at all. Right away I went to my luthier. Shout out to Wendell at Wendell's Music. He's awesome. He sold me this guitar. The story behind it is kind of cool and kind of sad that his friend was in the hospital dying of cancer, and she needed to raise money to pay for morphine and her hospital treatment. So the price of this guitar went to helping Wendell's friend, which it is sad, but I'm thrilled to be able to help out in that way and get this amazing, beautiful guitar in the process. So right away after making the video saying I was going to do a comparison, took it back to Wendell. I watched another video I'll link to with a bluegrass player playing an old Gibson, and he started talking about like 9 times out of 10 it's 13 gauge strings that he uses, and he sounds beautiful playing in this video. I mean, I'm not that great of a player, but I'll put his name in the description. I forget it right now, but so I have 12s on this now, and I forget if they're 80/20 or if they're phosphorus. And I think that also kind of gets to my point that it's not going to be a true scientific comparison, comparing it in December of 2024 and then to 2025. That's never, there's just way too many variables. There's way too many the air is changing, the microphone's changing, this guitar is made out of wood that's alive. It's always shifting around. So absolutely it's going to change, but I can't scientifically break the parts of the sound apart and tell you criteria of like, oh, it's like has like more bass or I can't. There's no way. There's no way I'm even gonna get close. So I'm just gonna change this guitar to my heart's content in the year, and I will still follow up with a comparison video. But in this year, I'm gonna be trying to improve not only the guitar but also my playing. I have one guitar student right now, and I'm hoping to get more. So hit me up for guitar lessons. Again, this is not like I'm the master and I'm here to explain everything I know. Like we're all working on this together. Nobody's better than anyone else. And so my goal with lessons is just to spend time learning music together with people instead of on my own. So anyway, to my point, I took this to Wendell to get it set up with 13s instead of 12s. And I am having this issue. I'm a little heavy-handed in the right hand. Something that I'm not working on it. I'm not working on it. This G right here. Actually, it's not like it's buzzing, but it's choked. It's like choked out. Really pretty evenly. These start ringing out, which is good. So I'm hoping to fix this problem. Instead of having Wendell set it up, I'm just gonna throw some 13s on it and hope I think the action will raise just a little bit, and hopefully it'll solve all my problems and give me a thicker, meatier tone to my guitar, which now is kind of light right now. I spent a lot of time in one of those little teaching booth studios with students coming in and out, and I'm just holding my guitar all day long, teaching the G chord. Yeah, we got some buzzing. Action is low. Wendell's point of why he kicked me out, he kicked my guitar out and would not do a setup on it because it's dry. Unfortunately, it is dry. We're in the winter here, and I've got my humidifier pumping. We're getting up to 47% humidity in the room. And over here I have on my I forgot the cool name for the gauge. I got 34%. So we're low. We're very low. And I set up this shot with my case in the background because according to Wendell's instructions that I do want to follow, I really need to... I'm going to throw these out. These are the little humidity packs that I've had in the case. But, I mean, this has been in here for months. It maintains a constant, proper 45 to 50% humidity. A maximum life of 2 to 4 months. It's definitely been over 2 to 4 months. I want to say I've had this guitar in its case for 6-7 months with these same packs in here. So these are old. They're going to be thrown away. I have 2, and I like drape them over the strings and hang them inside the guitar. And then this one goes in the case up by the headstock. So all 3 of those old. And going bye-bye. Here are my Diodario phosphor bronze strings, the EJ17. I think that's gonna be like, if I want to sound like my friend that I can't remember his name, I think that's gonna be ideal. Okay, I wonder if there's a date on these. Yeah, expiration 7/9/24. Wow. So they're already expired. I'll put these in and I'll write on them. I'll do it properly. I'll write on them today's date. We'll put the new ones in even though they're expired. I take this very seriously because I had a guitar that I took to the beach and it got really humid And then I came home to Atlanta and I took it out on a crisp, cool fall day. This is a $3,000, 35, I don't know where they are now, J45. I was playing pretty hard. A song that kind of went like that with my friend Vaughn, awesome singer. He was belting it out there on my porch in Atlanta on a crisp, cool, dry fall day. And my J45 split all the way around the side all at once, exploded while I was playing it, and like collapsed in on itself. So I take this humidity stuff seriously. So another way Wendell told me you can figure out if it's properly humidified is what they do when they make these is it's like right here is like a dish. It's concave. This surface is concave from the factory, and they measure exactly the right amount of concavity. Probably making that up. To so that when you put strings on it and everything is under tension, it will be flat. So what happens as a guitar, I'm gonna get this backwards. It's either this part right here. He asked me to measure it with a straight edge. And I mean, I have rocking, and I can tell that this part of the guitar is coming out a little bit. So I think that would mean that it is dry. I know it's dry. It's 34% humidity in this room. Actually, this is 46%. So that's not bad inside my case. So I got all the humidipacks in here. So something's working. But anyway, I was kicked out of Wendell's to humidify this guitar and come back when it's properly humidified. And I'll know it's properly humidified when this part is flat. And he said, if it's more humidified, also my action is going to raise up. So that's going to fix that problem. I think just doing two things to this guitar will keep it in perfect, great condition and without needing a setup, which is humidify it properly. And then I'm going to put I like the 13s. I like that gauge. The 12s just wouldn't cut it like a real bluegrass player, but I've only been to one bluegrass jam in my life. I just feel like with the Martin D18, set it up to where I can go join a bluegrass jam, and if you know of any bluegrass jams, I'll show up. Alright, so I'm going to change these strings and get right back to you. fundamental to the sound. Don't like how new the strings are. I don't like new strings. I really like them when they start losing some of that new twanginess, which is why I don't personally use or like coated strings. I'm ready for the bluegrass jam. I still have my E string being choked out. I think it's gonna be good, which I was thinking the whole time changing those strings. I want to talk a little bit about just like attitude and mindset. I could easily, maybe somebody in my situation might be like, start blaming like Wendell, who I bought it from, in his shop, and like, oh, I've spent over a year now, like, and I don't want to say really how much money, having the neck reset, figuring out this guitar. I poured a lot of effort into getting it how I want it, and money and time. And I could pretty easily be like angry at the shop that sold it to me. And I could continue being angry every time I take it back to him. He tells me it's not humidified properly, so he's not really going to set it up. But what he does whenever I take it back is he like gets it out and he's measuring everything. He weighed it the last time. He knocked a fret back in that was coming out. That didn't fix the buzzing, but he like will really spend time talking to me and explaining all this stuff about how to take care of my guitar. And that's like, the responsibility really falls a lot on the owner of the guitar. And that's my point of this whole video, is the responsibility to have your stuff in great working order really falls on the owner. What I'm doing is reaching out for help when I go to Wendell. He provides a ton of help. He really has a passion for guitars and helping people with their guitar issues. So I really go check out Wendell's music for sure. Go up there. And I really appreciate him for giving me the confidence. He obviously believes in me to go and take care of my own guitar. So that gives me self-confidence, and then that gives me confidence to then do what I can to make it right, make this video, teach guitar lessons, and impart my knowledge. And if you're going to be a guitar player, you really need to be a good guitar owner and take care of your guitar properly and understand how it works. If you can't even change your strings on your own guitar, I'm sorry, but you really need to learn. I got the humidipacks on the way, but I really need to humidify it even more. We got the pack in the headstock. Put this back in here. Put the 2 packs inside. Now that it's been out of the case for a few minutes, we're down to 45% humidity. So let's get this thing in the case and get it humidified properly.